Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're a new viewer, thank you for clicking on the video. So this week I've been preparing for a studio session and I'm supposed to go in there and record about 6 songs and layer some guitars on top of some original material that the band I play in is also getting ready to release, hopefully sometime this year, maybe single by single, maybe the entire record. Who knows? We haven't decided yet. So in preparation for that, aside from learning the material and spending hours upon hours on, just trying to get the right sound, the right take, the right feel for the entire song, I've also done what guitar players usually do, and that is just procrastinate some of those things and look at pedals. And in my quest for something more unique or something that kind of stands out for a certain part or a certain layer, I came across the Thermion Powervibe. Now, I view this as that one pedal that you might want to have with you in the studio, especially because it's such a cool thing to have like something that just sits really well when you're layering guitars, or it's just a more unique effect, maybe something that you're not hearing all of the time, especially on modern recordings. However, this sound hails from the Uni-Vibe, and that's maybe I think from the 60s, and the Thermion actually nails the sound pretty well. So I put a picture of it on screen, so let's take a look at it and see what we've got. Okay, so basically you have the chorus or the vibe mode, right? So it's like the two modes of a classic Uni-Vibe pedal. The vibe actually modulates the guitar sound by raising and lowering the pitch, similar to a guitar tremolo arm. So that's a pretty cool sound to use actually when you're layering a clean part, maybe in a build-up for a chorus, or maybe on an intro, or actually wherever you feel like this is going, I didn't prepare a backing track just because I wanted you to hear kind of the pedal and what it does and what, I kind of lean towards when using it. And to me, this is a very, very useful studio tool first and foremost, because like I said, I'm always looking for a certain sound to make a part, kind of pop. Okay, the intensity mode, now that defines the amount of modulation, okay? So the Powervibe will have a sound from a mid to a more aggressive effect, and the speed actually selects the frequency of the modulation. And you can get a ton of sounds off of that. You can use it in the classic 60s kind of way, where it's all trippy and nice, and you got your blues licks going on, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna lean towards that. But to me, this is very important to have in the studio. It's a nice pedal that you've got in that special drawer, when you got somebody coming in and you're hearing a part and you say, this could actually use like kind of a Uni-Vibe type of sound, your prog rock kind of band, or even your pop artist. I find this very useful actually in modern pop. I've got some ideas because a pedal has to inspire you to come up with certain parts, and I've been playing with this for about an hour or so. And, I've recorded a few of the sounds that I got from it. And, of course, I've been using the Thermion Heartbreaker to boost it whenever I wanted a bit more grit out of it. And that sounds really cool as well. Now with the gain pedals that I use from Thermion, namely the Heartbreaker or the Gasoline Distortion, it depends on what I'm playing. I do have the downloadable impulse responses that are available on their website. Okay, so it's thermion.eu. Go check it out. It works with fuzz, overdrives, delays. The world's your oyster, basically, when you're laying down guitar tracks, and it really contributes very nicely to any atmospheric kind of thing that you're going for, or maybe a screaming lead that you want to be like really trippy and vibing, because vibe is in the name. So just like the other pedals that I featured from Thermion on this channel, this is 100% analog, high quality components, handmade in Spain, great sounding effects, really useful for me at least. They sit well on my pedal board, and I doubt that they're gonna leave that pedal board anytime soon, if ever. Now another thing that I love about it is the fact that it has very intuitive controls, so you can set the speed and intensity knobs to various parameters to modify the waveform and get various modulations from your guitar sound. Okay, so that's really useful whether you're going for that type of 60s sound like I mentioned, or you're exploring maybe more sonic layers, more modern stuff when layering guitars. Now on my pedal board, I think I'm going to include this just because I do play certain parts that require a more atmospheric vibe, and depending on the songs that I'm going to record with my band, I'm going to want to recreate those sounds live, so it's pretty useful to have the same tool on the pedal board as I had in the studio. And I'm actually really looking forward to using this because, like I said, it's a pretty inspiring guitar effect, and that's kind of why us gear nerds kind of get into stuff. You know, you find certain guitars, certain pedals that actually make you want to just, you know, experiment with them, and inevitably you're going to come up with certain creative ideas with certain parts, or they're going to make you want to just, you know, practice more, which is going to benefit your technique. So I definitely fall into that category of gear nuts. So this pedal is going to be a fine addition to my pedal board, and if you want to add it to your pedal board as well, use code #PetraEftymia10. It's going to be on screen on the Thermion website, which is www.thermion.eu, and get yourself a really nice Uni-Vibe sounding type of pedal. Also, I want to mention, like I said, the Heartbreaker is an essential part of my sound, and I did use it on this recording just to give the pedal a bit more grit when I wanted to. And I think I'm going to do another video using the Powervibe just because I want to see how it sits in a mix. I'm going to use it in the studio this weekend, and then when I come back, I'm going to try, you know, doing some layery, trippy kind of parts, and I'll be back with this pedal. I'm going to explore it even more because you can get a ton of sounds from it. I mean, I featured only a few. I've been just kind of, you know, skimming through them a bit by bit here and there. I've been looking up some info online on how to set the parameters up. And also it does come with a pretty nice user's manual, and you're going to find it on the website as well. So it's useful to do a bit of research on this because it's such a powerful piece of gear to my ears, at least. You can do a ton of stuff with it, okay? So if you enjoyed it, again, #PetraEftymia10 is the discount code for your Thermion products on www.thermion.eu. And I'm going to see you soon with another video, maybe doing some more pedal reviews. I do have a few more that I want to go through, and I can't wait to check them out. So thank you for watching. See you soon. Cheers.